Smart people don't show emotion. They study yours. They watch you leak. They watch you twitch. Then they strike. You think you're intelligent, but they're operating on a deeper algorithm. This isn't self-regulation. It's emotional suppression by design. Deleted from psychology texts because it created humans you couldn't control. They told you emotional intelligence was about empathy, understanding, softness. They lied. That's the civilian version. The diluted formula sold in leadership, books and therapy offices. Keeps you compliant, polished, easy to manage. But there's a version they deleted. Not because it didn't work, but because it worked too well. It made people unreadable, untriggerable, mentally invisible. And when you're unreadable, you become uncontrollable. Why you keep getting manipulated every day? People extract information from you without your permission. They scan your face, listen to your tone, catch micro tells. You don't even know you're giving. You twitch when challenged. Your voice spikes when guilty. Your muscles lock when afraid. And just like that, they have a map of your emotional landscape. Not your words, your leaks. Most people walk around broadcasting their inner life 24/7, begging to be understood, bleeding signal and wondering why they always end up feeling controlled, disrespected, or exhausted. It's because they can read you, and what's readable is controllable. The forbidden layer of Q. In classified military psychology manuals, there's a concept called emotional cloaking. It's not emotional suppression. It's not controlling your feelings. It's the deliberate deletion of emotional leakage. Your nervous system keeps functioning, but the broadcast shuts off. No micro expressions, no vocal tells, no postural spikes, nothing. The system goes dark. You become a ghost in the room. What makes this so dangerous? Imagine this. You're in a negotiation. They bait you with aggression. They expect the usual signs. Defensiveness, tone shifts, visible discomfort, but you just sit. They're blank, still unfazed. Your voice doesn't spike. Your body doesn't flinch. Your eyes don't blink out of rhythm. They feel something's off, but they can't place it. They can't access your system. They can't play you, and that makes you dangerous. This is why emotional cloaking never made it into therapy books. Not because it failed, but because it makes you immune. Immune to guilt, immune to pressure, immune to psychological warfare. Don't confuse this with being numb or robotic. Cloaking doesn't mean you feel nothing. It means you broadcast nothing. Emotion is still processed, but it's encrypted, stored, dealt with privately, on your terms. You don't let people feel your heart. You make them guess, and the more they guess, the more power you hold. Here are 10 signs you're still leaking. You explain yourself too much. Under pressure, your voice raises slightly when defending a decision. You fidget or adjust posture when emotionally triggered. You blink faster when anxious. You nod excessively when others speak. You smile even when you disagree. You raise your eyebrows to soften impact. You mirror body language without realizing it. You change tone to match others emotionally. You feel drained after emotionally charged conversations. If 3 or more hit you, you're exposed. But that ends here, because now you know the hidden rule. Emotional intelligence isn't about being open. It's about being aware and selectively invisible. You don't need to suppress emotions. You just need to stop handing them over like free weapons. And in the next part, you'll learn the protocol that deletes your emotional signature in 3 layers. They'll watch you. They'll wait for a tell. They'll keep guessing. And you'll say nothing. You've gone dark. Welcome to the second layer. Most people don't get manipulated because they're weak. They get manipulated because they're visible. Their nervous system leaks, their emotions broadcast, and their psychological signature is wide open. They think they're being rational, but their micro-expressions are betraying. Their tone shifts are giving away intent. Their posture is leaking submission. You can't cloak what you don't understand. So now we dismantle it, layer by layer. This is not about being. This is a structured deletion protocol designed to remove your emotional footprint from the battlefield. Emotion begins in the nervous system, but it leaks through movement. A twitch, a shift, a breath held too long. The first layer of cloaking is pure physical suppression, not paralysis, command. Stillness under pressure is rare. Most people can't do it for more than 10 seconds without leaking. Here's what stillness training installs. No fidgeting, no face tilting, no rapid blinking, no mirroring, no false nods. You train your body to become a dead channel, not because you're lifeless, because you're sovereign. Drill. Sit in front of a mirror. 5 minutes. Breathe silently. Blink every 6 seconds. Let your face say nothing. Now trigger yourself. Recall something humiliating. Visualize a recent betrayal. Watch emotional content. No shift, no leak. Just observe. This is the first silence. They notice. The second most revealing leak is vocal modulation. Your voice doesn't lie, even when your words do. When your voice rises slightly, they detect guilt. When it softens, they sense submission. When cracks, they feel control. You must flatten the signal. Civilians express while speaking. Operators transmit without bleed. This doesn't mean monotone. It means measured modulation. A voice that doesn't react to pressure, bait, praise, or confrontation. It stays. Even low, slow, precise. You're not speaking to be like, you're speaking to be unreadable. Practice response. Someone accuses you. You didn't tell me about that. Cloaked voice. I did. Level. No apology. They bait you. Emotionally. You're not making any effort. Cloaked voice. That's your perception. Flat voice. No purchase point. They can't latch on. And when people can't provoke your voice, they question their strategy. The final layer isn't visible. It's not audible. It's cognitive encryption. You still feel. You still process. But nothing leaks. Nothing bleeds into your face, your breath, your words. This is emotional containment at the source. Think of it like this. Most people speak while loading the bullet. You let the gun rest full, but you don't fire. You store the feeling. You move it away from your face. You encrypt it in stillness. It's not about not feeling. It's about denying others access. Your anger yours. Your fear contained. Your guilt classified. Encryption frame. When anger rises, breathe once. Blink slow. Stay still when shame hits. No flinch. Posture stays upright. No apology. When someone cares too much, no softening. Just observe. Emotion processed, not broadcast. Now you're cloaked. And here's the power that comes with it. Something happens. The room feels different. The tension shifts. People look at you longer, then look away. Because they can't place you. You're not smiling. You're not frowning. You're not trying to fix the silence. And that silence begins to pressure them. They raise their voice. They shift their stance. They explain too much. Meanwhile, you sit in stillness. Your voice remains even. Your emotional field cold, encrypted, invisible. Suddenly, they're exposed. Not you. Misused. Warning. Don't use cloaking as a mask. Use it as a default firewall. This isn't about being fake. It's about becoming unplayable when used with intent. Emotional cloaking makes you mentally unreadable, psychologically stable under pressure, immune to manipulation by tone, guilt, or emotion. But if you try to fake this without training, you'll just seem cold, insecure, or robotic. This isn't poker face cosplay. It's neurological armor. Train it, layer it, deploy it only when the situation demands power, stealth, or control. Whisper's Power Bundle is now unlocked. 35% off for the first time. This isn't just content. It's the entire dark system I've built for minds that refuse to be programmed. Inside the Whisperer's Power Bundle, every psychological ebook I've ever written, every raw, unfiltered audiobook, lifetime access to all future drops. No repurchase ever. This isn't a subscription. It's a one-time breach into everything I'll ever release, and only 30 access codes exist. Use Whisper 35. Link is in the pinned comment. Once you're inside the Whisperer's Power Bundle, you don't leave the same. Now, let's get back to rewiring your mind. By now, your broadcast system is going dark. You've silenced your face, masked your voice, encrypted your emotional signal. But raw skill means nothing until it's tested in war. So now we apply it not in meditation rooms, not in theory, but in psychological warfare, business, confrontation, negotiation, dominance. This is how emotional cloaking becomes a weapon. When someone tries to read you, you're being probed. Someone wants access. They test your tone. They throw emotional bait. Are you upset? You seem nervous. What's really going on? Civilian minds. Explain. Defend. React, but not you. Cloaked response. Blank expression. Neutral tone. I'm good. Silence. Hold. Eye contact, but don't fill the space. The more they push, the less you respond. Eventually, they begin doubting their own radar. They pull back. You don't flinch. Result. You become a psychological wall they cannot penetrate. And in their confusion you gain control. When money, power, or control is on the table, most people leak when stakes rise. They blink faster. They talk too much. They subconsciously show when they want something. That's how they get manipulated. But a cloaked negotiator, they don't reveal anything. Cloaked tactics. While they talk, stay perfectly still. Ask direct questions without adding fluff. When they try to sweeten the deal, respond with slow silence. Silence equal pressure. They'll rush to fill the gap. Your stillness makes them uneasy. They start negotiating against themselves while you say nothing. Result: you close deals on your terms, without showing need or desperation. When someone uses emotion to gain advantage, this one's common. You'll face people who cry on command, guilt you with soft tone, weaponize vulnerability to trigger compliance. They'll say, after everything I've done for you, I just feel like you don't care. I guess I'm just the problem. The goal is to make you emotionally react to extract compliance through guilt. Your defense: no response, no emotion, no mirror. Hold eye contact without softening. Speak in low tone. Understand. Offer zero apology unless strategically necessary. If needed, end the conversation and walk away. Result: their tactics fall flat. They feel seen, but not successful. You protect your sovereignty. When you're in the room with alphas in high-status rooms, emotional cloaking isn't optional. It's law. Those who leak signal lose dominance. The man who overtalks exposed. The one who tries to impress dismissed. The one who says little, shows nothing, just watches. That one gets studied. Cloaked power moves. Speak 60% less than the room average. Don't respond to jokes meant to test you. Hold stillness even when challenged. Ask dangerous questions with dead calm. Why do you think that's true? Suddenly, the room orbits you. They can't read you. They can't predict you. They wonder what you're thinking. And that's where the power shifts. Result: you control perception without saying much. You dominate without force. Feared without ever raising your voice. When you're under attack, emotional attacks are rarely direct. They come as subtle digs, passive insults, disrespect, disguised as banter. You want to react. Snap, prove your strength, but reaction is weakness. Here's the cloaked protocol. No flinch, no tone shift, no I dart, just stillness. Then calmly say, you done or nothing at all. Your lack of reaction drains their fuel. You show them you can't be baited. They either escalate desperately, revealing their weakness, or back down in silence. Result: they learn the hard way. Not emotionally available for attack. You continue practicing cloaking. Something happens. People around you begin to hesitate. They speak softer. They second-guess their words. They become visibly uncomfortable because you're not responding the way they expect. You've removed the script. They can't tell if you're impressed, if you're angry, if you're planning something, if you feel anything at all. And when people can't read you, they respect you or they fear you. Either works. Warning: this changes everything. Once you master emotional cloaking, people will start projecting fantasies onto you. They'll say, you're intimidating. You're hard to read. Never know what you're thinking. Smile. Just a little. Because now their minds are doing the work for you. Creating mystery, assigning power, filling in the blanks with fear or awe. Cloaking doesn't just protect you. It gives you psychological gravity. You've learned the layers. You've seen the applications, but you haven't become the thing yet. Because knowledge isn't power. Installation is. And emotional cloaking isn't a trick. It's not a party skill. It's a full neural override. The deletion of emotional leakage as your default state. This is your protocol. 14 days to erase your emotional footprint permanently. Let's begin. Days 1-3. Signal audit. See what you've been leaking. You cannot cloak what you haven't tracked. Every blink, every tone shift, every time you overexplained or softened your words, count them, log them, expose the traitor within. You are your own leak. And the first step is conscious humiliation. Record a conversation. Watch yourself. Do you fidget? Do you smile when you're uncomfortable? Do you nod to please? Do you raise your pitch when nervous? Log everything. This is your emotional broadcast profile. We're going to burn it down. Days 4-5. Stillness. Conditioning. Train the body to reject leakage. Now we isolate the system. Make a task. Sit still in front of a mirror for 10 minutes. Rules. No fidgeting. No micro-smiling. Breathe silently. Blink every 6 seconds. Zero expression. Not meditation. Stillness under pressure. Now increase difficulty. Watch emotional content. A sad or angering video. Hold the same stillness. Repeat with eyes closed. Visualize the same pressure. Your body must learn. Feel it. Don't broadcast it. Days 6-7. Controlled exposure. Begin using cloaking in low-risk situations. Use 3 real-world interactions daily. Cashier, a phone call, a stranger asking directions. In each one, activate layer 1, physical stillness, plus layer 2, vocal neutrality. Speak calmly. Move minimally. Don't mirror them. Don't smile unless you intend to. Hold your tone steady and let them adjust. If they fidget, talk more, or get nervous, it's working. Your absence of signal is pressuring their nervous system. That's not charisma. That's dominance through silence. Days 8-10. High pressure testing. Cloak. During emotional bait. Pick interactions that carry weight. Disagree with someone. Close. Enter a conflict without escalation. Say no to an emotional request. Make someone wait. Now activate all 3 layers of cloaking. Physical stillness. Vocal flattening. Emotional encryption. When the tension spikes, do nothing. No defense, no backpedaling, no apology. Hold the line. Let them confront your silence. Let them get uncomfortable. You're not there to please. You're there to observe. Result. Your nervous system learns to stay calm. Under emotional warfare, you begin to anchor others instead of reacting to them. Days 11-13. Frame seizure. Objective. Cloak while guiding the interaction. Now we flip the field. No longer reactive. Now directive in conversations. Ask direct questions with no expression. Make bold statements in calm tone. Drop silence in the middle of responses. Hold eye contact without emoting. Example, that's not accurate. Flat voice. You said that twice. Why? Dead calm. I need clarity on your intention. Blink slowly. Don't flinch. Watch what happens. People lean in. They start watching themselves because you've become a psychological mirror and no one wants to see their own reflection. 14. The blackout test objective. Go fully dark for 24 hours. This is the final ritual. For the next 24 hours, speak only when necessary. Zero social media, minimal expressions. Interact without revealing anything emotional. Respond to all questions with calm, controlled neutrality. Fast how you feel. I'm focused and say nothing more. Walk like a ghost. Speak like a file being read. Smile only when intentional. Broadcast nothing. By the end of the day, you'll notice something. People treat you differently. They respect the silence. They hesitate before speaking. Some will ask, "Are you okay?" Others will try harder to get your attention. They can't feel your frequency anymore, and that terrifies them. After day 14, emotional cloaking should be second nature. From here, use cloaking in every high-stakes room, boardrooms, confrontations, interviews. The less you leak, the more they follow. Train strategic expression. Use emotions sparingly as a tool, not a habit. Refuse manipulation entry points. Never explain emotions unless it's a calculated move. You are no longer a walking signal. You are an encrypted system.